you everyone for being here. We are here this morning just to mark the start of all the installations of the community-based AEDs. That this was made possible first by a very generous donation from our friends at Sisters at Heart. Second, it was made possible by the youth leagues, the Friends of Attleboro Recreation, and our very avid and happy pickleball community raising the needed installation funds to make this happen. And then third, it's made possible by all the city employees that are working to get these installed and maintained on a regular basis to keep our kids safe, our walkers safe. This is a very active spot even throughout the winter months. So having something here, this equipment to give us some peace of mind as we wait for our EMS to arrive, if something does happen, is a wonderful thing, and I'm really happy to be part of this initiative. This morning was really just to come together to mark the start of all the installations. We're going to have a wonderful photo op that we'll be sharing as we move forward and install the rest of them. 3 of them have been installed so far. We've got one right behind me here at Poncin Hewitt. The one at Hayward Field has been installed, and also the one at Tildaby Stone has been installed. And then, like I said, we have 8 others that will be going in. So that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Mayor DeSimone for a few minutes, and I'm sure there's a few other people that would like to say a few words.
Sure. Thank you, Christy. Very briefly, I'm just full of gratitude today. There's a lot of stuff going on in the city and beyond, but as I stand here, I'm just grateful. And I'm grateful for what is a genius, but yet also very obvious idea. Let's put AEDs where people are doing physical activity. It's genius and it's perfect, and I cannot thank Jamie and Sisters of Heart enough. Christy and the Recreation Commission, AFD and APD for their good work, and all the folks who supported, and Sheila McKenna and the pickleballers for coming up with the funds for installation. This is the good stuff, and we need more of this. So thank you very much for that. That's all I can say, Jamie. Thank you very much.
Say a few words?
Sure. Thank you for everyone for supporting. We had a vision, and we sat down with Senator Feeney a year and a half ago, and he saw potential in our vision, which we've been able to bring into Attleboro now. We're very excited to share this. We should mention, if somebody should need to use one of these AEDs, they'll call 911. They'll get an access code in order to open it, and then they'll be able to operate with the EMS contact on the line. They'll be able to give them the information on how to use the AED. So we're bringing in training for advocacy and awareness for the city of Attleboro now. We're going to teach the public how to use these, how to do CPR, and how to operate an AED. Sudden cardiac arrest, deaths outside of the hospital are actually on the rise, especially in Massachusetts. And so if we can put the tools into the hands of the public to save lives, then we've done our job. Thank you.
Who else would like to speak? There's plenty of people that should speak. Do we want anyone to speak? EMS, you guys want to talk about how we're going to maintain these moving forward?
Sure.
Because this it's a community-wide plan, a collaboration across many city departments to make this happen, from our building inspector and our electrician, and then also the pads expire. They have expiration dates on them. The batteries need to make sure that the batteries are charged. So if somebody, in the case somebody does have a cardiac incident, needs to access it, we would hate to have someone open it to have a dead battery. So our Attleboro Fire Department and EMS will be maintaining these moving forward.
Yep. We're going to send a crew by quarterly to check on the defibrillators, make sure the pads, they're typically good for 2 years, and they're going to just check the battery just to make sure the codes work with the 911 system. We do have a lieutenant who's been teaching CPR in the schools. Lieutenant Corey Blaze has been teaching CPR in the schools for 10 years now, and he's going to assist us with training the public to whatever classes we can give to the public. Yep.
Yeah, Chief Maitland and I are working on, as I said today, it's just a marking of the fact that some of them have been installed. We're working on, this one was easier to install because it is affixed to a structure that has electricity. A lot of the other locations, the city inspector's office, the building inspector's office, is building poles and cases to be able to get electric to them at the other locations that we're installing them at. So once they're all installed, we're planning a larger celebration, and with that celebration is going to be an announcement of some community-based heart-safe trainings. Because not only do we want to provide the equipment, we also want to provide the training so that should there be a cardiac incident, people will feel comfortable using them. That said, who else wants to speak? Anybody?
Can we give a shout out to electrician and electrical inspector Randy Vincent?
Yes,
for
Randy's here.
helping make this happen. He hooked it up, and I should have acknowledged Senator Feeney and his good work as well.
Senator, did you want to say a couple of words? Because I know that you've been involved in this from North Attleboro as well.
You said it all. I just want to say thank you to the city of Attleboro and to Sisters at Heart, who are just an incredible team over there who have had the vision to do this and expand from North Attleboro now into Attleboro and other communities. And thank you, Mayor, and the team here at in the city, the Recreation Department, to our pickleballers. Just incredibly grateful. These save lives. These absolutely save lives, and I hope that they never have to be opened. But if they do, we know that people have hope in making it through a tragedy. So thank you to everybody that's been involved in this. I am absolutely blown away, and I'm grateful to the city of Attleboro.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's also important to note that while we're installing them at our sport fields, we are installing some at some of our passive parks. Capron Park is going to have one, as well as Highland Park, and the fundraising continues. You know, we're putting them at our highly visible, highly used locations, but there's several other green spaces throughout the city because it's not only the people using the fields and the sport complexes and the parks, but it's also within a neighborhood. So that's why, again, today is an important awareness piece, because if you live like at Horton Field, for example, that's smack in the middle of a neighborhood. So everyone living in that area, should they have a cardiac incident in their home, they're going to have access within seconds of their house. So fundraising is continuing. The pickleball community just raised several $1,000s to get one installed at the Nickerson pickleball courts. So if anybody's interested in donating to this initiative, actually Jamie do you want to talk about the plaques that are available, if anybody wants to sponsor them?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've had some success in offering sponsorship of the individual AEDs. So we have a plaque that will go on the front of them, and if folks in the community or businesses, local or larger businesses would like to sponsor them, it's $1,000 per unit to put your name on each plaque. So we've sold all of our units in North Attleboro already, and actually the unit at Hayward Field has been sold. So we'll announce those sponsorships shortly, but we're excited. It's just another way for us to continue this mission into other municipalities in order to save more lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Leo, do you want to come up and say anything? The rec commission who maintains these beautiful fields, and come on over. Mr. the Chair.
Hi,
Leo
good
Johnson.
morning. Thanks to the Sisters at Heart for their generous donation for the boxes. It gives, everybody that comes down here peace of mind, knowing that the boxes are here. And as Senator Feeney said, hopefully they never have to be used, but if they do, they're here and they do save lives. And thank you especially to all the youth groups and youth organizations that donated to purchase the boxes and the AEDs. And, hopefully, as I said, we'd never have to use them, but if we do, we know they're there. We know they're here. So thank you. Thank you very much.
And anyone else?
I would like to say, I'm Dr. Thornton. I'm from Sturdy Hospital, and I actually am from Washington State. And if any of you know EMS and cardiac arrest survival, Washington State is top, and nobody has ever come close to duplicating what happens out there until I started tracking cardiac arrest in Attleboro. And Deputy Chief Birch and Corey Blaze are the reason I think that the survival rate in Attleboro is higher than areas around. It's because of the knowledge of people here at the police department doing CPR on scene. So it's not just the AEDs, it's that when people learn about an AED, they learn that, I need to know where those are, I'll look for those boxes. CPR, I need to learn how to do that. I need to call 911. It's that whole thing. And if any of you ever attend Lieutenant Blaze's classes at the high school, that's what they start with. And so it's important to have the public awareness. And when I heard about the Sisters at Heart and Rich Cullen and the people that are out there working so hard to get these out in the community, we also need to be very proud of what Attleboro has done already. And we need to keep this going where we have the tools out in the community for people to respond to somebody that's having a cardiac arrest. And so thank you very much. Thank you everyone for what you're doing. And let's raise that awareness and think about it at home. Who knows how to do CPR? How do you call 911? Is your house marked so that EMS can find you when they get there? And we'll just improve the health of our communities. Thank you very much.
Doctor.
Thank you. So before we gather for the photo, I just, in closing, really just wanted to give a shout out to the community that is right here. 100% of our Attleboro youth leagues donated to this cause. The Friends of Attleboro Recreation donated to this cause, and then the pickleball community eagerly stepped forward to generously support this initiative. So we did this together. We raised the funds needed to install them, and now we're going to raise some more money to make sure that we have AEDs in all of our green spaces. So thank you guys for being here, and then again, this is just a great awareness piece to have everyone represented here today, so I really appreciate you guys coming. And stay tuned for the larger celebration once they're all installed. There'll be more food.